Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how you doing? Right, it's Friday. Friday is request day, and today's map was requested quite some time ago actually, by Kinetic Gaming and by the creator themselves. Said could I take a look at it, and today is the day, because it's been voted in by the BonBon buddies over on Patreon with a vast majority this time, although it's not the first time it's been up for the vote, and it's taken 2 or 3 attempts to actually get it to the top of the pile. So well done buddies for finally getting me this glorious. It is actually a really nice map. A bit like Monday's map, it's so nice it's very difficult to actually review it in a short period of time, so I make no apologies for today's show being a little bit longer than the average. That's because it's a good one. Now, before we go any further, of course, I've got to give you your daily reminder, and your reminder, of course, is to get your finger out and do this. Yes, please hit that like button. If you're a regular to the show, do it now. Get it out of the way. You'll really boost my my show up the YouTube rankings, and more people will see me. And hopefully, I'll be able to do this full time one day with your support. Of course, if you're new to the channel, you can wait until later. Make sure you like the show first. Right, today's map is Orchestra by Zosso, and as promised, it's very nice indeed. There's your top-down view, and there is your start square. Plenty of build space in the start square. Should be no grumbles with that one, okay? Now, resources are a little bit vanilla, if I'm honest with you. You can play it, but it's a little bit basic. Off to the workshop. Now, the workshop, there are a few things to subscribe to. I'll let you pause this in your own time and have a look down that list. Not too much. We are using the Caledonian custom pavement theme and the realistic LUT. And as I say, there's a few bits and bobs to subscribe to. Not the biggest list in the world, but also not the smallest. Right, the roads are really nice. 4 lanes down to 2 lanes, nice split there. And we're going to go down and have a look at the tunnels, because I've had a grumble about tunnel entrances this week, haven't I? And this is what I'm talking about. This is really nice. Totally 100% vanilla, although admittedly network extensions to roads. Over this side comes out the other side, absolutely plumb beautiful as well, and its location makes every bit of sense too. Well done, Zosso. That was really very nice indeed. Now, the astute amongst you will notice a little bit of lag in the visuals again. As of next week, I'm going to try and switch over to a new screen recorder. I'm thinking that's what's causing the problem at the moment. I'm still using the same screen recorder I've used for as long as I've been screen recording, but at the moment it's exceptionally bad. And I'd need to learn a new one first. So I'm going to be using OBS. I need to learn it, and although you can tell me how easy it is or how simple it is, until you actually boot it up and work it out, it's going to add an extra tier of editing as well for me as well, because I'm using internal recording software as well. And no, I don't use Windows 10 before anybody suggests that the Windows 10 has a built-in screen recorder. I'm a Windows 7 boy and proud of it. Actually, there's an extra reason. Love the detailing here on this roundabout, by the way. Nice little dome of trees there, and there's a little pond on the right there, and a nice little loads of lovely bits of individual. All the roundabouts are a bit different from each other, and I'm pleased to see very nice detailing there as well, and the start square all the way up here as well. So there we are. But yes, Windows 7. I've got Windows 10 on my laptop, but nice flat build plane there. But Windows 7 for me, because I've got some software that won't work or beyond Windows 7. I've been using it for donkey's years. It really serves me well. I could upgrade, but once again, it means learning a completely new, updated piece of software. Whereas it's basically it's my graphics editor, and it works. Well, it does everything that all the modern stuff does. So why buy a new one? Why learn a new one? Why use a free one that might have some issues or whatever? I don't know. When you've got one that you know backwards. And so there we are. Perfect roads, by the way. Very slight hint of glitching every now and then along the middle of the roads, but hint is the word, and ignore that. I'm ignoring it. I'm distracted by the background anyway, by the forests. Look how lush the forests look. And look how smooth this transition from ground to elevation to bridges. That is just smart. In fact, let's have a look at the bridge from the side. There you go. Not really much to say apart from, yep, can't fault it. Elevated across here, across the rail. How about that? That's nice. No need to raise a bridge when you're already up in the air. And then we've got the tapering off the roads there down to ground level. Now this is technically, what I'm showing you here, is technically one large intersection. All those little roundabouts and loops is all as one, split over like a number of different zones. We're going to try and draw a straight line, roughly directly ahead's where we're going to go now. Okay, so we're going to take a right off of here. Excuse me. Off of here. Nearly lost my voice completely there. And bears around here. Once again, beautifully done. Absolutely beautifully done. And around here. And then this next intersection, we're going to take a right again. And then we'll loop round to, once again, perfect tunnels. And look, little highway ramp tunnel right next to... How perfectly done are those? They are absolutely spot on the mark. And where do they come out? They come out over just there, right? And if we'll have a look here, once again, absolutely smart. Cannot fault those at all. Cannot fault them. Down here, over this little bridge, and then we're at this little roundabout. And once again, slightly different detailing again in that roundabout. It's really nice to see. And we've got another roundabout coming up in a minute. I've got to say, this is showing off. This is showing off. I mean, to be fair, is this the max that you can muster, man? There's a joke in there somewhere. Look at that. That is glorious. Look at the detailing there. Everything about that screams play me. And I don't mean the poor lady who's been cast in... What would that be? Bronze? Marble? Something? Marble, probably. Down here. Now, there is a fault here. A minor hint of... Look, the grass glitching through the road there. But then I think, hang on, that looks like it might be wood, and there might be gaps in the blanks, and the grass might be growing through the gaps in the blanks. So to be honest with you, I'm gonna let that be as perfect. That makes all kinds of sense. Down here, dirt track down here to this roundabout. Once again, lovely detailing work on this roundabout. Once again, completely different from the others. Lovely little wood. I mean, it might be concrete blocks, but wood. I'm calling that wood. And then once again, different roundabout altogether. Nice detailing again. Not the start square, but we're going to flip over here. We're going to cut straight across and get back onto the highway because it's a long old drive to go back just to get back here the long way, isn't it? And once again, everywhere you look. Everywhere in the background just looks inviting. Says, build me a small town here, build me a village there, build me a large town over here. Don't worry about the industrial, stick that somewhere dirty, somewhere else. Yeah, it's just really wants you to play this map. The map wants you to play this map. Perfect tunnels again. Comes out over this side. Once again, makes all the sense in the world. That tunnel there makes every bit of sense. And once again, sorry for the lagging. Oh, it's a bane of my life at the moment, the lagging. And one more intersection with one more little bit of unique detailing. Yin yang. Nice. Nice. Right, okay, shall we head off to the right? Yeah, we'll head off towards the fog. And then we'll have a look at the rail. And the rail, as you can probably imagine, is going to be of a very high standard indeed. Not perfectly flat, so it's going to have to be smooth, but we've already seen that the roads are really smooth already. And we've got these elevated train tracks, the what they call the brick archworks, these things. Once again, let's have a look at the tunnel. Comes out there. It's actually level, actually, going in there. And then across here, perfect bridge. Very smart, very nice. Stays level all the way along here. Everything about this screams quality. Another little perfect bridge going across there. Comes back down to ground level. Levels out literally just smoothly. It's like somebody took some sandpaper and just made that as a perfect. And again, here, perfect, all the way across there. I'm finding difficulty in finding faults. There must be faults, so there's always a fault, and you know it, and I know it. And when I find it, that is where the star is going to go. Because you do know we're currently sitting on like 5 stars, don't you? For everything at the moment. But there will be a star lost because there is always something. Always something somewhere. And yeah, it's not down here though, is it? No. I'll tell you what. We'll build up now to... It's going to be a bit of an anticlimax, this asset review. The map's that good. The asset's good, but my goodness, is it in the shade of the map? Anyway, let's head over to Assetville and do today's asset review. Right, okay, now today's is by Jens, so you know it's a good one. It's 4x4 residential building, Bismarckstraße, levels 1 to 5. So this is a growable, and I put 4 of them side by side just to make it look a little bit more, I don't know, appealing. Looks better from the front than the back, but then most of these styles of buildings do. The backs look like that. There's no back door there. You'll have to back it onto another building. That kind of would work. And we've got these little courtyards in the middle. The courtyard's nice. Just be a bit dark down there because it's so big and so narrow. But then there's not much growing down there, maybe just a bush. And a little bit of watering on that. Keep that bush nice and alive. So 4x4 residential building, Bismarckstraße, what levels 1 to 5 by Jens, and that's today's asset of the day. As we go across the Themington Island, for the tropical volcano theme by He-Man, with the European LUT. This is, the sunset colours on this map. You wait till you see the beach. Oh, you wait to see the beach. Wait for it. Come on. Oh, look at that. That looks glorious. Love the sun effects on the ripples in the sand. That is just glorious. Right, okay, let's do a couple of factoids before we run out of time. For the release in Germany, most of the Nazi scenes in The Sound of Music were cut. I kind of understand that. It wasn't that, Sound of Music was like 1969-ish? Maybe a bit before that, but yeah, late 60s. It was only 20 years or so after the war. One more. The Roxy in New York was the largest theatre auditorium built since the fall of Rome. It had its own hospital, radio station, and an orchestra, that's today's map, of 110 musicians. So that's one I didn't know. God bless you, the builders of the Roxy. Right, okay, shipping routes. Now, the shipping routes are smooth. There's no right angle turns, there's nowhere where, as long as the game engine uses common sense, there will be lovely smooth turns by all of the ships on this. You'll see down here where one junction joins another, it's all smooth, tapered in. That's really nicely done, if I'm honest with you. One of the best I've seen like that. Everywhere you look, there is quality on this map. We look round here, and is there any more? Is there another connection down here? Yeah, there is. There you go. Nice and smooth. Right, water flow. Right, we've got lots of rivers. There could be room for a disaster here. Let's just follow one at random. Flows downhill. We'll head right. It's still flowing down the hill. And around here, slowish, but it picks up again around here. But it's still moving. It's still moving all the way. Down here under that bridge. Joins that. And flows out into the ocean. If you can call it the ocean, the bay, or whatever. Oh, wow. Just wow. Okay, let's look at these bits, break it down step by step. Over here you've got like the rough terrain, the hills, and the forests. Forests all over the place actually. There's a lot of trees on this map. And around here, absolutely brilliant. I love that, very rough. Probably good for park life up there, I'd suggest. Then down here we've got the river. We'll have a close look at the river in a minute. Now, field painting. Do you like field painting? I like it when it's like this. This is fertile land and it's a field. Makes a lot of sense. And if you want to see more fields field painted like that, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button now. Yes, you should. It'll probably make no difference whatsoever. Also, if you like deserts, this is probably the smallest desert in the world. If you want to see more deserts like this, hit the subscribe button now. It'll make no difference, but you'll feel better about yourself. If you're already subscribed, don't hit the subscribe button. You'll be gone. We'll lose you. Like that button's just gone. Lovely little pond down here. Nice little pond. Simple detailing. Yes, we've got the jetty, but nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's been well used and well positioned, of course. What's next? Shall we have a look at the river? Let's go down to river level. And the thing with the New Caledonian texture, the rocky faces like this alongside the river are just lovely. But then we've got variant levels of riverbanks down the river. Some places it gets a bit smoother, and some places it's a bit harsher. And everything about it is just believable. It is just really nicely believable. Down here we've got some rocks on the right, the rock detailing. Yeah, down here, and a little bit of the rapids there on one side where it splits. The other side stays level. This bears off on its own. I've taken like the most far right side river that you can take here. Nice bit of detailing here on this little outcrop. That could have been nothing. That could have been just ignored, but no. Realised it was a bit boring down that bit of the river. Just put in a little outcrop with some reeds. Makes it a lot more interesting. I actually genuinely appreciated that, you know. That little outcrop of in the river just made all the difference. Right, islands. BonBon Islands. There's probably a BonBon Island in there somewhere, but I'm still distracted. Now the River Delta. I've got one in Merrickstowe, and I was quite pleased with it. This is better. This is so much better. Yeah, these are proper sandbars. We've got nicer rock detailing than in my particular map. Good rock detailing there without any water glitching that I can see. Brilliant work there. And then we've got one sandbar that's a little bit taller, that's got soil and grass growing on it. All of mine were like that, and now I look at it, I think maybe I should have just had sand on most of them. Is the essential lighthouse. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty much perfect. And what's over here? It's the essential lighthouse. Ooh. Two of them, how nice. And oh, look at this. It's the, oh yeah, you've got the gist of it. They're all the essential lighthouse. Another one over here. There's a lot of them, you know. Now you could say there's too many, but I would disagree with that statement. I'll explain why in a minute. This one, though, looks like it's been involved in the rockfall. How it survived the rockfall, I don't know. It got lucky. It got very lucky. However, you now cannot get into the lighthouse. So whatever I'm going to say, this lighthouse cannot be manned. It cannot be operational ever. I mean, not that the others are probably operational, but we'll get on and consider that later. Sorry, more lag there. Right, bad lagging at the moment. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's another essential lighthouse. And down here, yeah, another essential light. Now, is this too many essential lighthouses? The argument probably would be yes. Are they actually truly essential? Well, actually, there is a point of note with these lighthouses. There's another one there as well. All of them very nicely done. Individually, very nicely done, including the one by the rockfall. But if we pull right back up here and just switch it to nightfall, there. Come on, sun must set. And if you watch, the lights will come on, including on the lighthouses. Look at these. Look at these. Now, these are Hendrix lighthouses. You'll recognise him from the comments, and he will comment. These are very nice indeed. Unfortunately, they're not rotating. I'm guessing there's a problem with the rotating params getting the lights to move around. But they are lovely and bright, and they all shine at night, like lighthouses should do. Except for one. This one. The one by the rockfall that you couldn't get into, that I said could not be operational because you couldn't get in. And it's not. Which, I hate to tell you, I was going to mark it down, and based on that I can't, because it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Aesthetically, I can't see what more he could have done to improve this map other than get me on as a consultant, which actually would have made it worse. So I've got to give it 5 stars for aesthetics. For detailing, you could argue there are too many lighthouses. That would be the detailing flaw. Having said that, they are all operational. I think they're a really nice touch, and the one flaw with them is not actually a flaw, it's a detailing note of merit. So I've got to give this 5 stars for detail. Now, gameplay potential. I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to play this. The traffic's flowing lovely, there's plenty of room to build, there's loads of options, you can play this any one of 1,000 different ways. This, I would suggest, is your perfect map for gameplay. I'm going to give this map 5 stars for gameplay potential. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you've been here on the rare occasion I've been able to not only give the BonBonB seal of approval, but I've given a perfect score. Well done, Zosso. Orchestra is a beauty. Wow. Whew. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. I'm going to have a lie down now because I am taken aback. I've done this whole voiceover in one take, and there is a rarity. I did cough a little bit in the middle, but other than that, I did manage to stagger through, you know. I braved it. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What to Map series. We've got one that's based on a different computer game tomorrow, so don't miss that one. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.